us to another video. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about imbalance. I'm going to be talking about imbalance. So I'll be explaining what we mean by imbalance in price action. Okay, so if market is moving like this, coming down, the way market ought to move is that whenever we break a low, we ought to what? To fill that low before breaking another low. And after breaking another low, we ought to fill that low before breaking another low. And we ought to fill that low before breaking another low. That's the ideal way the market is supposed to move, such that the resistance and the support are touching. The low and the high are touching. The low and the high are touching. The low and the high are touching. That's the ideal way market is supposed to move. For every buy, there must be a sell. And from every sell, there must be a buy. Market sold, market should come back and sell again. If it's sold, it should come back, buy, and sell again. So that is the ideal market ought to move. So whenever we have imbalance, it is when market is not ideal. When market does something that is different from what it normally ought to do. For example, we have a sell and we have a turning point. We have a turning point, a sell, but the sell is so strong, such that what the buy could not catch up with it. That's when we say we have imbalance. It's also to come back into it, equal delivery of sell and buy. But whenever we have inefficiency in buy, that's when we say we have imbalance. Imbalance. So market keep moving in one direction. It is obvious that buying prayer is more than selling prayer, and in this case, selling prayer is more than buying prayer. That is when we say we have imbalance. What does it mean? It means there is a gap between the support and the resistance. We have a gap between support and resistance, corresponding support and resistance. Normally, there shouldn't be gap there. So whenever you have gap there, that's what we call inefficiency in price. Inefficiency in price. So let me use candle representation. If you have 3 candles, have this as your candle 1. Let's have this as your candle 2. And let's say we have this as a candle 3. As a candle 3. Right? So these are the 3 candles we have. So let's assume this is the wick of this candle. And the wick of this candle. This is the wick of this candle. The wick of this candle. And the wick of this candle. You see, in this 3 candle 1, candle 2, and candle 3, we have what we call inefficiency, which is what we call imbalance. That's what some people call fair value gap. Because we can see that these 2 candles are not touching. We have a gap between these 3 candles. So that's inefficiency. And what do we mean by inefficiency? It says market is imbalance. So markets, they need to come back. It might not be immediately, but after some time, we need to come back to this level when market was inefficient, when market was not balanced, and come and balance the price. It comes the new. That's that's imbalance. So imbalance can tell us where market needs to come back to. That's why imbalance is very important. It can tell us where market needs to come back to. We can know where market needs to come back to based on what? Based on imbalances. We can know where market needs to come back to based on imbalances. So that is that about imbalance. That is that about imbalance. Okay, so that is that about imbalance. You need to be able to spot your imbalance on your chart and what. So we use it when we are picking point of interest, because it will actually be a proof that market is coming to that point. You understand? It will be a proof that market is coming to that very point. So let me show you on chart. Imbalance is everywhere on chart. Everywhere on chart. Everywhere. Here. This is my candle 1, my candle 2, my candle 3. You can see that we have what? We have a gap between these candles. That's what we call imbalance. If it's a big one, that's what we call void. Like this big one, which one here? Candle one, candle two, candle three. That's what we call void. That one is caused by news most of the time. That's what we call void. If it is void like this, market can come to around the 50%, come and fill around the 50% of the imbalance if the imbalance is huge. So that is imbalance. Sometimes it might be so tiny that you might not be able to see it. It might be so tiny that you might, if you're not careful, you might not see it. Come and see this one. Can you see that there's imbalance here? This candle one, this one are filled. This is candle one, candle two, candle three. There's what? There is what gap here. And that was what market came back here to do. What? And continue. So that is what? That is the first thing, imbalance. Come and see this. This is candle one, candle two, candle three. The what? Imbalance. Can you see? There's imbalance there. That's it. So that is how to pick imbalance. So another thing I must tell you is that what we call imbalance in week, we call it void in week. If you see a long week rejected candle like this, that's a very long week. They have void inside of them. If you go to the lower time frame, you will see void inside of those imbalance. So in case market is now reacting to that candle, you're not like, there's no imbalance here. Why is market reacting to that candle? It's because what? That candle has imbalance inside of it. That candle has imbalance inside of it. So that candle void can have imbalance inside of them. You can have imbalance inside of them. So that is how it works. So price can have what? Imbalance inside of them. So that's what we call void in a week. For example, this long week that you can see here, this long week that you can see here, this long rejected candle, this long rejected candle has a wick inside of it. It has a wick inside of it. This wick, it has imbalance inside of it. So you notice the market comes back, although there's imbalance too before it. This candle one, candle two, candle one, candle two, candle three. So there's imbalance before it too. If you check here, you see that there's imbalance here. So sometimes you see the market react to the imbalance. First imbalance, and market still react to inside here. Inside here. So it's because what? Inside the long week also, there can be imbalance inside. So most of the time, when you see a long week like this, there's always imbalance inside that long week. That's what they call void in a week. Void in a week. You understand? So that is how it is. So imbalance is what moves price around. Price moves around because of imbalance. For example, of the long week I was telling you, see this long week, this also market reacted to here. So that long week has imbalance in it. That's it. It has imbalance in it. It has imbalance in it. Can you see? That's what market reacted to and sold from. So that is that about imbalance. Imbalance. This is what this is candle one, candle two, candle three. We have what? We have imbalance. Imbalance here. Can you see? So that's about imbalance. Yeah.